Hello my dear students, good morning to all of you. In previous class I have discussed about magnetic and non-magnetic materials from your chapter number 13 in your science book, that is Fun with Magnets. Okay, and today I am going to discuss the remaining portion of this chapter, okay, along with the poles of magnet, then attraction and repulsion between the poles, and also how to make a magnet by your own, and also the precautions we have to take for proper care of magnet. Okay, so let's start the chapter. Okay students, first is that the poles of magnet. As you know, there are mainly two poles of a magnet, so that every magnet is known as bipolar. So here poles of magnet, that is always occurs as bipolar. Okay, bipolar. Now how can we see that magnet have two poles? It can be seen by spreading some iron fillings around the magnet. Okay, if just take a bar magnet and then spread some iron fillings over the magnets, then you will see that iron fillings will accumulate or attracted to the most dense part of that magnet at the most extremities of that magnet point. One is north, another is south. So these two regions where the iron nails or the iron fillings are arrange themselves in a pattern which is mostly dense towards the pole of two ends of the magnet. So here we can depict that these iron fillings are mostly attracted to the two poles. Okay, so here we have seen these are the two poles, namely south pole and north pole. Now one thing we have to just think over it, that those poles, south and north poles, these are inseparable poles. Okay, inseparable poles. These south and north poles are inseparable, means these poles are always occurs in pairs. So they are also called inseparable poles. Okay, they are called inseparable poles, isn't it? So if you cut a magnet into two pieces, then it will form four poles along with the two pieces. If this is a magnet, okay, north and south, if you want to cut this, then it will give two magnet here, north south also. So the poles are always occurs in pairs. Okay, it is not depends upon how much you are dividing the magnet and how many pieces you are just you have broken the magnets into. Okay, this is the thing. Now using the magnet to find direction. Okay, that is in your book page number 129, that how magnets was used for finding direction. Okay, so we can write the subtopic, that is finding direction. Okay, finding direction. Now in ancient times people use various items to find out the direction. Okay, some sailors also used compass to detect the direction. Okay, and also this compass is a device which is a magnetized needle pivoted inside a box covered by glass, and which points to the direction of north and is a useful tool for finding direction. So first example you can take compass. Next example, that is a bar magnet, you know, that is also in your book, that is activity 5, that when a bar magnet is suspended freely by a thread, then it will align itself to the north direction. So it will always align itself in north direction when it is suspended freely in a thread. Okay. So we can easily detect the opposite direction. Okay. We can easily detect the opposite direction, that is south direction. So bar magnets also such uses to finding direction. So travelers also use such property of magnet for edges to find the direction. Okay. Now our earth is also act as magnet sometime. If this is the earth, how our earth act as magnet? Earth as a magnet. Okay. So here we can see this, if this is a magnet named north and south, in geographical poles, this north pole is known as Arctic pole and the south is known as Antarctica. Okay, Antarctica. Okay, so these are two geographic poles of earth that makes earth as a magnet. Okay, so I hope you understood these things. Next thing I want to tell, that is making a magnet. Next subtopic, that is making a magnet. Okay, making a magnet, by which way we can make a magnet. First point we have to write, that is the magnetic material can be made into a magnet by rubbing a magnet on the surface of magnetic material. Okay. And next point you can write, this create an influence where the particles inside the material align themselves. Like the poles of magnet. So here how to make magnet by your own. The magnetic material can be made into a magnet by rubbing a magnet on the surface of magnetic material. Okay, and this create an influence where the particles inside the material align themselves like the poles of magnet. So by this way we can make a magnet by our own. Okay, next comes to the last point. Okay, you have understood this now, students? Any problem?